All right, let's talk about mapping the arch. Okay, so in previous versions, you could only map one arch at a time. This is actually one of the better features that's been updated in this version going forward. Really nice and helpful. So when in the previous version, you can only map one arch at a time. So you would map the maxilla, treatment plan the maxilla, then move to the mandible. You would delete the mapped maxilla. All of your treatment plan stays there, but you're deleting what you've mapped in the maxilla. Then you would map the mandible and treatment plan the mandible. It's just kind of a pain, and it's more difficult to visualize and treatment plan. So what we can now do is have multiple arches mapped and toggle back and forth, which is really, really helpful. So here you can see we have mapped the arch in the mandible. And if I wanted to move to the maxilla now, you can see that the shape of the maxilla is different and it's really not mapped the same way. So all I need to do is create another panoramic curve. This is where I want to. And I'm going to go around the arch. We're going to create another arch like so. And now I have one mapped for the maxilla. And now you can see down in my objects toolbar, we actually have two arches that are mapped and you can name them. All right, so this is the one that we're currently on for the maxilla. So I'm going to double click and just call this maxilla. What a surprise. I can go into the mandible and name that mandible. And now when I want to go back and forth, I can treatment plan the maxilla and then it automatically jumps everything to my mapped maxilla. Then select mandible and it does the same thing. It jumps everything to the mapped mandible. So super helpful when treatment planning multiple arches. Makes it much, much easier.